After a long two-week build-up here in the Bay Area, the moment has finally arrived. It is time for football here at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Folks, this is Super Bowl 60, and we've got an outstanding matchup on tap. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Indianapolis Colts taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this is a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys are well for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway on Sunday Night Prime Time. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Boy, shifts past him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing, Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
At the 40-yard line.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 55 yards rushing for him now on their opening drive of the Super Bowl. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad White, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Well, just about an ideal start to this one offensively, because on the road, you want to make sure you quiet the home crowd early. And how do they do it? Nice march to start things off. Let the run game find its footing early. That drive certainly checked a lot of boxes, and they finished it off with a touchdown run.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. A dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Jones, off play action. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First and 10.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Open man, the tight end Warren. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. He's got his receiver. That's a Buccaneer. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Slot man moves right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Down the field, he's got one. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. There to drop him behind the line was Logan Hall. Great effort.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Jones now operating from the gun. Oh, the gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basket.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Colts have taken the lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Buccaneers 7.
So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
He completes it to Evans. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 21 yards. Complete to them.
And we've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. 2nd quarter coming your way next. It's a close game here early on. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back and ready to go for the 2nd quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Well, welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Garden, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Mayfield looks to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. So right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. They'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Up the middle. Here's Taylor. Nice move at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field, that anger works for him. It fuels him, it powers him, and the end result runs like that.
Oh, nice move. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll run a jet sweep here with Pierce. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
A gain of 2.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. down he goes. A Buccaneers sack. Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Now Jones. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
3rd and 19. Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So Frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Oh, he's got a Bucca. That's complete. Pushing his way through. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 89 yards.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up in first and goal from very short range.
And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Irving. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football, but on 3rd down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
A 22-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
This 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. That complete to Downs. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Dancing to his left. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Only a short game there, but that's okay if you're the offense. They brought a lot of pressure at him, and he uses athleticism to at least get back to the line and make second down a lot shorter than it was looking for a moment.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's Taylor. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 6.
So halftime now here on Sunday night primetime. Let's get it to Scott Hanson in Orlando with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. But I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First down. First and 10 at the
We don't talk about it very
line.
often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back to Taylor on first down. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Again, it's Taylor. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 15. That one good for 37 yards. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
On the ground, DJ Giddens. He tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Jones. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Inside the 5 to the 4. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Colts, first down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one in the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2nd down and goal. Jones. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
They'll start on the ground with Irvin. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 69 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And a first down.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield to the left side. He gets this one to Ibuka. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Mayfield keeps it himself. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Baker going to give it to Irvin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Mayfield now from the 50. The 20. 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, 50 yards. And the Buccaneers are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point.
They'll try and run it here. And he's not going to get in as the try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now Indianapolis Indianapolis set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on first down. Yaya Diaby in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
And that's his third sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing the golden high tops as well.
He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Oh, good move. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. Throwing left side. It's complete. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
And a first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Now Mayfield. Got a man downfield. It's Alton. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Colts 4-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Once again, it's Irvin. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bucs have regained the lead in the 2nd half of this Super Bowl.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal.
Colts 21.
So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This one completes Alec Pierce. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Ball play action. Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And this taken in by Downs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And this is going to be a Bucs 1st down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out 1st downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
To pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He'll find his tight end, Payne Durham. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 42. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Straight ahead, it's Irvin. And brought down the man before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and with the offensive line.
In for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Bucky Irving from 3 yards out. And the Buccaneers are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. Over the middle, pass caught by Warren. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Warren.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. This pass left side to Downs. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back to throw now on first down. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones. That's complete to Pierce. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Pierce. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 13-yard line.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Here's Jones. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Jones.
At least this time he's getting hit off a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce.
Complete to number 14, Alec Pierce. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Jones. Forced out to his left. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports.